A Sigma male is a man who dares to be different. He doesn't follow what society expects or the usual ideas of being a man. He thinks for himself and is independent, with a quiet confidence that makes him unique. He doesn't need to be in the spotlight or show off because he understands his worth and doesn't have to prove it to anyone. He feels at ease in the background and likes to watch what's happening around him. He prefers to rely on his own strength and resources instead of always looking for help. Even though this lifestyle has its benefits, there are some big downsides to being a Sigma male. Here are 9 major drawbacks of being a Sigma male. 1. He has difficulty trusting others. The Sigma man often finds it hard to trust others, even those he knows well, because of his natural skepticism. His way of thinking makes it difficult for him to understand why someone would do something that seems unreasonable to him. He might also worry that people will try to trick or deceive him, and he won't realize it until it's too late. While this caution is understandable, it can become a problem if he never gives anyone a chance. He should learn to trust his instincts and give people opportunities, while also being aware of possible risks. By staying open-minded but careful, he can form trusting relationships without putting himself in danger. However, when a Sigma man has been betrayed by someone he trusted, it can be tough for him to trust again, especially if it was someone close. In such cases, the best approach is to take things slowly and open up only when he feels ready. Even though it's difficult to trust again after being hurt, it's important not to isolate himself and to remember that not everyone wants to harm him. 2. His self-reliance might be perceived as arrogance. The Sigma male is not afraid to share his thoughts and stand up for himself, especially when others around him are doing the wrong thing. This can make him seem annoying or overly confident, even when he is just trying to do the right thing. He doesn't rely on others for approval, which can make it look like he doesn't care about what anyone thinks. However, this is a mistake. The truth is, he doesn't need the external validation that most people do. Being misunderstood is part of life, but it can be tough when people get the wrong idea about you because of your independent nature. These wrong ideas can seriously impact many areas of life. What seems like small misunderstandings can lead to missed chances, hurt feelings, and damage relationships. By staying open and humble, Sigma needs to find the strength to keep going and remain strong, even when faced with misunderstandings or challenges. 3. He tends to overanalyze everything. A Sigma male often thinks too much about every situation and can easily get stuck in a loop of overthinking. This habit can lead to putting things off and not making decisions, stopping him from taking action and reaching his goals. To break this loop, he needs to learn when to stop thinking and start doing, even if he's not completely sure. This requires practice and some bravery, but it is possible. Thinking things through can sometimes be useful, but too much thinking without action can be harmful. While the Sigma male should take his time to consider his choices and make sure they are right, he also needs to know when to take a chance. If he trusts himself and has prepared well, it's okay to move forward without having all the answers. If he doesn't, this could lead to frustration and stress, making progress difficult. Analyzing every detail can help get a clear understanding of the situation, but it should not stop action. By finding this balance, the Sigma male can use his skills effectively instead of letting them hold him back. 4. He quickly detects insincerity in others. Seeing when people are fake can be both helpful and harmful. On one side, it helps him stay away from bad influences and dangerous situations because he can tell when someone isn't being real. On the other side, knowing how many people fake their feelings and intentions can make him cynical and distrustful. You might think that always knowing when someone is fake would be a good thing, but sometimes it's better not to know. He needs to find a balance between using his intuition to protect himself and being open enough to give people a chance. He should also understand that some people might hide their true feelings for good reasons and can still be good friends or partners despite how they seem. He should never let anyone take advantage of him, but it's important to remember that not all deception is bad. Even though it's hard to weigh the pros and cons of seeing through people, sometimes it's helpful to have a sharp eye. 5. They are all they truly have. While the self-reliance and independence of Sigma males are admirable traits, these qualities can also cause problems during times of crisis or tragedy. Because Sigma males do not easily form deep relationships with others, they may lack a strong support network when they face very tough situations. In emergencies or dangerous situations, they might find it hard to trust someone to help them, which can make them vulnerable. It is important for Sigma males to see the value in building a support network, even if it includes only a few trusted people, to ensure they have someone to rely on when needed. Although Sigma males usually do not depend on others, there might be a rare occasion when something truly tragic happens, and they need help from others to survive. 6. People treat him like a loner. A Sigma male often prefers to be alone, choosing to rely on his own strength and abilities. His strong sense of independence can seem intimidating to people who aren't familiar with it. This often leads to others seeing him as an outsider or someone who doesn't fit in with the group. In reality, a Sigma male can be just as social and friendly as anyone else. However, he chooses to follow his own path instead of doing what everyone else does. This independence can make it hard for him to make friends because people might not know how to approach him or might be put off by his self-reliance. Despite this, being independent can be beneficial. It allows him to surround himself with people who share his values and outlook on life. While many view the introverted Sigma male as a loner, he can also be an excellent team player and a valuable member of any group. 7. He could force logic on himself and others. The Sigma male often relies heavily on logic and reason due to his rational and analytical nature. This might lead him to apply his own views of right and wrong to situations, even when they might not be appropriate. While such thinking can be useful for making informed decisions, it can be harmful if it dismisses someone else's opinion or perspective. This can make the Sigma male overly critical and judgmental of both himself and others. Even though he doesn't mean to be like this, it can be hard for him to accept that not everything has a logical explanation or solution. By welcoming uncertainty and recognizing that there isn't always one correct answer, he can better understand himself and others. Using logic to make decisions is good, but the Sigma male should be careful not to force his logical perspective on himself or others. Sometimes, the best answers come from listening to his intuition and emotions, not just relying on logic. 8. His reluctance to comply may be perceived as a danger. Being a Sigma male isn't always viewed positively in a culture that values conformity and sameness. Society often sees those who choose to stand out as strange, different, or even dangerous. This can lead to misunderstandings and negative judgments about one's character. While some people admire the strength and independence of a Sigma, others may be unsettled by his uniqueness. Standing out can be a double-edged sword. It can make you noticeable in a good way, but it can also make you a target for ridicule or judgment. You need to be emotionally strong and resilient to handle negative opinions from others. Many people succumb to the pressures of conformity, giving up their independence to fit in, especially in places where individuality is seen as a weakness. While conforming might be necessary for some, it can be damaging to the Sigma male's life. 9. They tend to bring out the jealousy in others. Sigma males, known for their undeniable success and unique traits, can unintentionally attract jealousy from others. This side effect can be a big drawback for them, as it leads to more people secretly hoping for their failure. People's envy towards Sigma males often comes from their achievements, independence, and the effortless way they seem to handle life. This jealousy can show up in different ways, like passive-aggressive actions, gossip, and attempts to ruin the Sigma male's success. Even though Sigma males usually concentrate on their own goals, the negativity from jealous people can still affect their well-being and their relationships with others. It is important for Sigma males to stay alert to such behavior and not let it stop their growth and success. A smart Sigma knows that if they have people hating on them, they must be doing something right.